Stephen Blakesley, joined by Outback Andy
welcome
Foster.
to the MAVTV booth. We've put you in the booth this year. Starting on the pole tonight in the Home Smiles 5150 energy drink entry, the defending 2017 champion, Jesse Love IV.
And starting alongside him, the driver out of Bakersfield, California, another sophomore driver in this series, the 12-year-old Cale Kay Mcclenney.
Driver of the 43, the Boulder Boats entry. Super fast today. This is Tanner Rife.
One of our drivers from Las Vegas. In car number 18, 13-year-old driver. He was third in the points last year, his third season in the junior late models, and that is the 18 car of Austin Edwards.
You gotta love the kid in the 92 entry. This is the younger of the Zampas. We see his brother run in the pro late model. So this is Dylan Zampa in the 92
and
entry.
On his outside, the number 3 ride, the RPM Mortgage Camaro, is Anthony Guamano.
Now we go to the number 7, a graduate from our smaller cars, Bandlers and Mini Cups, the number 7, Tyler Rife.
51 car, his third season in the series, the 5150 energy drink car for the driver, Jesse James Burks.
From Watsonville, back for her third year in the Mead performance entry, Jeff Mead Firewood entry, the number 16, Lily Mead.
On her outside, the 48, a graduate from the Mini Cups, one of several Mini Cup graduates. His rookie season in the TV series, ran a few exhibition races last year. That's Calvin Hedgie.
And the driver of the number 5, a new driver to 5150 energy drink. Junior late model series in the Cool Hand Luke's entry is Olivia Menke.
For this initial start, Love will be on the inside of Kay Mcclenney.
The Menlo Park racer, bring him to the green. Here we go, green flag, and I tell you what, that's a good start from Jesse Love. The 05 of McClenney lay back, but keep an eye on that 43 of Tanner Rife.
Kay Mcclenney starting to nose in there on the inside of Rife. Rife trying to gather himself back up after that restart. And while they go 2 by 2 for second place, the leader starts to pull away. So Rife is going to edge forward on that 05, and McClenney slides down in front of him. And now that opens the door for the 92 of Zampa.
Zampa's doing a good job upstairs.
Yeah, going outside is always the challenge with these cars with the restrictor plate. That is the main difference for these drivers, ages 10 to 16 years old, compared to their pro late model counterparts. But it looked like right now McClenney a little bit stronger on that inside line.
We got a great battle going on here between McClenney, Zampa, Edwards, and Guamano coming into the picture now, Stephen.
They're lined up about 4 deep for that third position as they work their way out of turn number 4. Keep an eye on that 18 car of Austin Edwards.
38 of Jesse Love leads this. McClenney hanging tough on the inside, but that outside row, keep an eye on it. Rife's coming back now, gets around the outside of McClenney and brings Zampa, and Zampa wants to go 3 wide.
As we see them sail off into the corner side by side still for that second spot. McClenney inside, Rife outside. And even though they're doing this, it looks like they've pulled away by about a car length or 2 on Austin Edwards. So right now, these two setting a pretty strong pace, and McClenney has second by a nose here on the 12th lap of this race. Yeah, they had a couple of podiums. The other thing you got to think about is all these teams, a lot of family-owned teams. The team getting more experience in late model style cars as well, and we are still side by side. There's really nowhere for Tanner Rife to go. He doesn't have enough room to try to slide behind McClenney because Austin Edwards has jumped right on top of them.
McClenney now into second, and here comes Edwards. Edwards on the outside, so it doesn't look like he sustained any damage. McClenney in second. Jesse Love is our race leader. Then you go back to Tanner Rife, Dylan Zampa, and in the top 5, Austin Edwards.
Yeah, the 92 of Zampa starting to move forward here on the inside as Love holds court. And here goes Zampa now taking a look on the inside of Rife for the 4th position. Field running very closely together from the 2nd position onward as Jesse Love holds court. Kay Mcclenney second. Now it looks like Rife has held on for 3rd as they work their way down the back straightaway. And single file for the moment. Things have settled down a little bit of left rear damage on that 18 of Austin Edwards.
Yes, Jesse Love now extends his lead to about a 4-car length lead over McClenney. McClenney has about a car length lead over Rife, and then back to that battle in the back. It's a good battle too between Dylan Zampa and the 18, the Yaps car of Austin Edwards. Dylan Zampa, of course, he hasn't had a lot of races in the TV series in that 92 car, and he is really hanging tough with Rife. I think what he's probably going to do is ride until the break, and then they will obviously do some sort of work on that car and change it maybe to his liking. But here we go to the inside now. Dylan Zamba putting the muscle on that boulderboats.com. This may pull this off out of turn number 4.
Things are starting to pick up for Jesse Love.
Yes, they're closed in now. Zamba less than a car length behind that Home Smiles entry. I tell you what, won't be Smiles if that 92 car gets to the inside. Yes, he does. Jesse Love, the 4th series champion, has company and maybe a new race leader to the line. Yes, it is. Dylan Zamba grabs the lead at lap number 52.
With 8 laps to go, looking for his first career junior late model victory, Dylan Zamba of Napa, California, takes the lead from Menlo Park, California's Jesse Love.
And Zamba gets the double checker flags from McClenney, Jesse Love. Then you go back to the 43 of Tanner Rife.
First career junior late model victory for Dylan Zampa. He wins the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Model, round number 1 of 2018. And just tell me the emotions and how it feels to be a late model winner here at Madera.
Well, I have to thank my dad for getting me through from the back.
Thank you, Stephen Blakesley. You know, race fans, when you've got that kind of talent and that big right foot like young Dylan Zampa has, I guess you don't have to say too much from victory lane. Finishing second behind young Dylan Zampa is Cale Mcclenney, then Jesse Love, Tanner Rife, Austin Edwards, Lily Mead, Jesse Burks, Tyler Rife, Anthony Guimano, Calvin Hedgie, and Olivia Mankey making her first start. Row number 1, our brothers Rife, and a big rivalry here. Tanner Rife and Tyler Rife, big talent, young Tyler Rife. Austin Edwards in row number 2, outside Jesse Love, the 2017 champion. Row 3, Dylan Zampa, round 1 winner. Anthony Guimano, Lily Mead, and Cale Mcclenney make up round number 4. Round number 5 is Kayla Eshelman and Kyler Berry, younger brother of Colby Berry. And row number 6 is Olivia Mank. Do this just as well. Side by side, they come around turn 4, building speed. They're heading to the start box. There's the first cone right there. Good restart. Green flag is in the air. Tyler Rife with a lot of pressure from Austin Edwards and that orange 18 car. A lot of pressure on the youngster. Again, that's the youngest driver in the field in that 7 car, and we start him at 10 years old around here. Frank says, be smart. I think he might be pointing to the 51 car. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bumper tag right there. Very early in the race. The 43 car of Tanner Rife, very fast right now. Anthony Guimano in the 3rd place car, 3G car, goes by young Rife on the inside. Now you've got the 2017 champion, Jesse Love in the 38 car sliding by as well, and young Lily Mead coming forward in the 16 car as well. Lily's really been running strong this year. Race number 2 of 9 in the 5150 Junior Late Model Series. That 5150 logo on the hood of Jesse Love, and he is marching forward all over the back bumper of Anthony Guimano that we're on board with right now. We've got a great battle going on. Cale Mcclenney charging through. We've got Kayla Eshelman we're on board with right now. There is so much talent out here. First place is checked out of here. Rife is in another zip code. I mean, he has been just incredibly fast all weekend. So the whole ball game changes, race fans, at the halfway break. You make a bad move, you could have a winning car to go to a 5th place car. You might have a 5th place car that goes to victory lane. And out back Andy Foster that's working on the RPM Mortgage Pro Late Model Series. Speaking of RPM, that RPM car of Guimano has a handful right now with last year's champion.
No change behind us. Just stay focused on the cars in front of us. Get after them.
Some good onboard audio from Lily Mead. Woo! That 3 car of Guimano just chops the nose off of Jesse Love. We're on board that homesmiles.com camera. Gave us a heck of a view right there. And look at the pressure. Oh, little contact tire smoke right there. This tells you right here how important this top 5 is. But it does not look like Lily Mead is backing off. She's up on the wheel taking the shots from the 05 car. 05 car a little bit loose. McClenney's loose right there. Lily is running that high side very, very effectively and very impressively. Here she comes, and that is the halfway break. Top 5, Tanner Rife, Jesse Love, Anthony Guimano, Tyler Rife, and Lily Mead doing a fantastic job.
All right, we're down here with your race leaders so far after 40 laps of junior late model racing, Tanner Rife, and lots of great side-by-side racing behind you, but as far as you're kind of in your own zip code right now.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that we can have this Boulder Boats junior late model, 5150, nice ride, just amazing late model. And I'm just so glad we're just running 50%. We're trying to just preserve the car for the last 20 laps and hopefully do well.
It's way off the racetrack. A pretty important restart for Jesse Love from the outside of your race leader, Tanner Rife. We get the green, a very tidy start out back as they go into turn number 1.
Battle between Lily Mead now. Lily gets to the inside of Tyler Rife. And they are mixing it up back in the pack, but side by side up front.
Lots of racing there as Tyler Reif did not get a very good restart, but up front we are side by side. Everyone in the interviews emphasized that the outside line was feeling pretty good, and Jesse Love is trying to take advantage of that drag race down the front straightaway. And on our scoring computer, they do give lap number 44 to Jesse Love, a new leader in this race. Reif trying to get a strong run off the corner, trying to crowd Love a little bit there. He does it again on this end of the racetrack and almost takes the lead back, but it is still Love here on lap 46. So kind of ironic that the 43 car of Reif led the first 43 laps of the race, and now it's the 38 Jesse Love. Yeah, there's been quite a bit of battling there. Kay Mcclenney has worked his way to the top 5. We had a little bit of perhaps some contact in turn 1.
Yeah.
We heard some tires squealing on the 38 of Jesse Love. Reif is coming right back at him here at lap number 48. And the intensity level seems pretty high for lap 48 because Outback, we only have 12 laps to go. So the intensity level, the gloves are off between the top 2 drivers. Jesse Love's going to lead them down into the corner. We're almost 3 wide.
3
for
wide,
second,
we are 3
and
wide.
Kay Mcclenney takes over the position as the female drivers were side by side for 5th as well, racing all over the racetrack. Look at this battle for 2nd place as up the inside went the 43 of Reif, and Love is in his own zip code right now.
Yeah, it was Reif that was like that the first half. Now Jesse, the 2017 champ, has stepped it up. He wants to show him how to get it done, but this is a great battle back here between Tanner Reif, Kay Mcclenney, and Kayla Eshelman, that young lady racer, really showing up in that Matt Erickson prepared car.
Great racing down into turn number 1. Here goes Eshelman up the inside of Mcclenney. These are a second-year driver and a rookie driver, drag racing down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Kayla Eshelman is doing a great addition to the series. I'm sure it's not long before we're going to see her win one of these races because she is first time out in this car, doing a great job.
We jump behind them. This is the battle for 6th. Austin Edwards sliding up the inside of Lily Mead for 6th place.
Yeah, and Tyler Reif fighting back as well. So that's a good battle, and it's been a good day for the Meads. You got the 18 now under pressure from Tyler Reif. We get ready now for the checker flag. Here we go. Jesse Love wins the race. So Jesse wins. And look at this battle for 3rd.
5150 Energy Drink Junior Lane model win for Jesse Love, the champion, back to victory lane here at Madera Speedway.
Jesse Love followed by Tanner Reif, Kayla Eshelman, Kay Mcclenney, Anthony Guimano, Tyler Reif, Lily Mead, Austin Edwards, Kyler Berry, and Olivia Mankey with that top 10. These kids have to have a heck of a pedigree to even qualify to get into this series, so you will only see the best of the best. Let's check out the starting lineup right now for tonight's event. On the pole, we have Las Vegas's Tanner Reif. Outside pole, Jesse Love, 2017 champion Jesse Love. Inside row number 2 is Anthony Guimano. Then we have Tyler Reif, 10-year-old Tyler Reif, Tanner's younger brother. And behind the scenes, the talk in the pits is Tanner Reif is, he's going to have to hustle to hold his 10-year-old brother off for that fight for victory lane. Then on row number 3, already a race winner, Dylan Zampa. Outside Dylan is Austin Edwards. Inside row number 4 is Bakersfield's Cabe McClenney. Outside of Cabe is the young lady, Lily Mead. Then another young lady, Kayla Eshelman. And inside of row number 5, outside is Kyler Berry. Inside of row number 6 is another young lady, Olivia Mankey. Outside of Olivia is Calvin Hedgie. And then the last row is another young lady, Jody Moen.
Number 4.
Yes, they are. Good battle between Reif and Love at the line. Go over the line side by side. Jesse Love in that 5150 energy drink home smiles entry gets a bit of a run on Tanner Reif down the back section, Stephen.
Yeah, that's your points leader on the inside. That's your champion from last year on the outside. And give lap number 1 to the champion, Jesse Love, the winner of round number 2 around the outside. You know, all of our drivers told us this afternoon that the track is very tight, and it's only going to get tighter as things cool off. But right now, Jesse Love is going to lead here on lap number 2. And on this restart, he has chosen the inside, and our points leader, Tanner Reif, trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, but he's going to have to be very careful, Stephen Blakesley, because that 92, young Zampa, Dylan Zampa, is looking super racy in that 92.
Well, they're side by side, and what's nice, if you're the 3rd place car of Zampa, you get the pick of the litter. Whatever line gets going, you can follow. I think this is a byproduct of how tight this track is. I think Reif's trying to sort of hold Love down in the corner, but give Love lap number 8.
But Jesse Love gets the break down the back on on Tenerife.
You know, if you let Jesse Love get a little jump, you give yourself a cushion on the inside there, so it gives lots of room for Tenerife to slide down. Look at this move by Kayla Eshelman. Kayla Eshelman around the outside of Austin Edwards. And
This is big.
she's trying to go for that Nut Up Industries Great Taste Award with a great pass. She's going to have a good argument for that. Look at this. Here we go on lap number 32. Kayla Eshelman is up to third. You know what? He's not done with her. He's looking to the inside here as Kayla kind of shoved the nose through 1 and 2. And this is an awfully close battle. They may have even made some contact there.
Quick pause on the side of that 18 car, and I tell you what, he's got some quick pause right now, grabbing that steering wheel, trying to wheel that car past the 09.
Well, this would be a $100 battle for the Nice Ride bonus, and coming up this time, they'll have 4 laps to go as Jesse Love leads Tanner Reif.
And going over the line, I believe Gumano picked up the spot on Kay Mcclenney.
All right, down here with our race leader, Jesse Love, you pick up some important points. You pick up $250 for leading at the break. But most importantly, you took the lead using the outside, but chose the inside on the restarts. Tell us about that decision.
Yeah, we're not sure how the top was going to react without momentum. So we had a little idea about how it was going to react on the initial restart, but we just want to make sure we're going to go back to what we know right now, which is we're on the bottom on the restart, and who knows, might initiate to go on the high side for the next restart.
What a restart for Tanner Reif on the outside.
Oh, Love's got loose. Love's got loose. He's going to lose a ton of spots.
Wide.
And one car's around, and we have a massive crash. Zampa now moves to second, gets to the inside of Mcclenney. Mcclenney has that bodywork flapping in the breeze down there. Look, right behind him, there's a good battle right behind this battle. But look at Mcclenney's car moving around all over the racetrack, Stephen. Here's a sitting duck for those cars behind him. And Barry is getting into the side of a couple of cars, and we're 3 wide coming into the turn behind him.
Lap number 42 as Zampa has marched his way all the way to the front of the field, and he's got the crosshairs on the number 18 car. And this is a great battle for the lead. And it kind of seems like he's trying to crossover move just a little bit out back as he entered turn 1 rather high. And now they come into turn number 3 and they continue to run nose to tail, slide up the hill. Here comes Zampa.
Well, loose is still on board that 18. They haven't shaken that loose condition off because that car is loose, and Zampa now clearly to the inside. Drag race down the straight on Untitled. Edwards hanging with him, but in the turns, Zampa is just able to make ground on him in the turns as Edwards gets loose off the turn that time.
Keeping the top 2 within their sights as well, as you can see they're right on top of the 18 of Austin Edwards there out back.
Yes, they are. Young Mcclenney's got to adjust his driving style. Obviously, that car is wounded in the steering from that incident. We saw the fender is missing as Eshelman now gets to the inside. That quick pause car, he's going to have quick pause, hang on that steering wheel because he's going to be doing a lot of steering on this racetrack. Zampa now leads Edwards. And look at this battle between Mcclenney and Eshelman.
Eshelman passing Mcclenney around the outside the same way that she passed Edwards around the outside, and she wants to do it to Edwards again.
There we go, the 92 down the back into turn 3, safely out of turn number 4, and Dylan Zampa will take the win from Kayla Eshelman. And look at this, Barry. Wow.
Second junior late model victory. Dylan Zampa back to victory lane here at Madera Speedway. He celebrates on top of the car.
Finishing second was Kayla Eshelman, then Kyler Berry, Lily Mead, Cade McClenney, Calvin Hedgie, Jody Moen, and a nice 7th place finish. Austin Edwards, Tyler Reif, and Jesse Love rounds out the top 10. Then 11th, Tanner Reif, Anthony Guamano, and Olivia Mankey rounds out the field for today.
Let's take a look at our starting lineup.
Yes, the lineup tonight, fast time night, Jesse Love in the 38, alongside him, the 43 of Tanner Reif.
Row number 2, the 92 of Dylan Zampa, and the 7 of Tyler Reif.
Row number 3, the 18 of Austin Edwards, and the 05 of Cade McClenney.
Row 4, the 09 of Kayla Eshelman, and the 16 of Lily Mead.
Row number 5, Kyler Berry, and the 69, and the 48 of Calvin Hedgie.
And by herself in row number 6, a new car number, the 2 for the rookie Olivia Mankey. And 70 laps later, someone's going to get the victory. Outback Andy Jesse Love leads them into lap number 1.
Yes, he is Jesse Love fast time. We don't often see that with Jesse Love, but tonight he is fast time. Reif on the outside. Remember the last race, they had a huge accident down in 1 and 2. and they are racing side by side already early tonight.
Well, some great battling for the 5th spot from a couple drivers who are desperate for a win. The 18 of Austin Edwards in a brand new car who has 1 career win, and 2 is outside the 05. The second-year driver from Bakersfield, Cale Mcclenney, who is still winless, and it's a little 3-car battle there as the 09 of Kayla Eshelman is also in there. This is 5th, 6th, and 7th on the racetrack.
Yes, Wolf, you got to move along here, that Yaps car of Austin Edwards, because that Bakersfield car and Eshelman as well, that's the car fielded by Matt Erickson, that 09 car for the Eshelman racing team.
They are running awfully clean. They really are putting on a little clinic here. Eshelman pushed the nose a little bit in 3 and 4. We've seen that throughout the afternoon from a lot of our competitors, and it's so early in the race here on lap 7 that Cade McClenney kind of backed out of there. And so give P6 to Kayla Eshelman. As we have Tanner Reif and the 92 of Zampa, I would argue that these have been your top 2 drivers week in, week out. Although Jesse Love does have a win and is the points leader, I gotta say these 2 have really held court today. And Mr. Reif is desperate for a victory. Tanner Reif has pulled away from Dylan Zampa for 2nd place here, actually by about half a second on the racetrack. It translates to about 3 car lengths. And it'll be interesting to see if his younger brother, Tyler Reif, the youngest driver in the field at 10 years old, if he can't claw towards Zampa here. You know, I do wonder, as we're going side by side for second, just ahead of him, but I do wonder if these drivers are racing just a little bit differently, as there's a good shot of that battle, as Zampa had a nose there on Tanner Reif, and they're gonna come up on the lap car of Calvin Hedgie as they come up out of turn number 4, and Tanner Reif hangs on to the spot for now. And looks like Zampa is going to have to wait and try again. But I was just about to ask you if I thought maybe these guys might be holding back a little bit after what happened in round 3 with that spectacular crash. And right as I say that, we have
a little bit loose from Tanner Reif.
We have Reif spinning the tires, Zampa shoving a nose in there. They're definitely racing hard. There's no doubt about it. And speaking of a break,
we're going to go to the break.
We see a checkered flag in the hand and a yellow flag in the hand of Josh. And when we come back here to Madera Racing on MAVTV, Jason Galvin's going to be interviewing our top 5 drivers and our top 3 recipients of the Nice Ride bonus.
Defending series champion Jesse Love has led all 37 laps from the pole in this race. And Jesse, you had over a 1-second lead when that caution came out here for the break. How is the race car?
The race car is great. We're just a little loose on entry, and it's kind of affecting the rest of the corner. Probably just kind of stood up the right front a little bit. Let's hope the car pivot a little bit better. But yeah, King, first off, thank you for all the veterans out there and let me race today. It means a lot, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, and hopefully we can close out this race.
Wow, and Tyler Reif did not get going in the top 2 motorway. Jesse Love in the 92 of Zampa. 7 of Tyler Reif trying to hold on to 3rd, and they're side by side for 4th. Austin Edwards inside of Eshelman. A little bit of contact there. They had some contact in round 3, you'll recall. That might have been the thing that unhinged that 18 car just a little bit, and Eshelman holds on to 4th.
Lily Mead gets around the outside of McClenney. They did a lot of work on that car during the break, the Mead team. So that car has come alive and sideways. That time, the Yaps car of Austin Edwards.
And a great tight shot down there in 3 and 4. You can see the sun is starting to go behind our billboards down there, and it's starting to get a little bit of a shadow in 3 and 4. Just another thing these crews and young drivers had to deal with. And 10-year-old Tyler Reif, well, he's got to deal with the 16-year-old Kayla Eshelman. So one of our oldest drivers and one of our youngest are about to battle for 3rd. Well, once again, Austin Edwards and Cade McClenney. McClenney really clawed towards Edwards rather quickly there. This is going to be interesting because it's one thing for Cade McClenney to get there. It's another to make the pass, and that's seeming to be a little bit tricky. We saw McClenney made that pass on Lily Mead using the inside, but Edwards, the veteran, he's going to maintain that bottom line. We've got onboard cameras on.
Well, importantly here for these guys, they want to be in front of each other, because if we do get a rare yellow like we haven't had very many yellows today, you want to start in front of that car. So this is all important to be in front of that car.
That was a late move by Cade McClenney, but it worked. A little bump and run Saturday night short track style there, but it wasn't intentional.
Good job by Edwards to hang on to
Edwards gives him a little hello, I saw you do that, but nothing intentional really there as far as a malicious move on either part. So that's kind of the way you want it to go. And then McClenney made a mistake on his own. Jesse Love rolls through turns 3 and 4, and Jesse Love's going to get himself the checkered flag. Zampa second, third place for Tyler
Who's going to
Rife.
get this battle? This is for fourth place. Who is going to win this battle? I think Edwards wins it because McClenney got held up with Berry on the outside that lap car.
Time in his career here at Madera Speedway, Jesse Love climbs out of his 38 Toyota a winner in the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models Series.
Behind Jesse Love was Dylan Zampa, then Tyler Rife, big third place finish for the 10-year-old. The young lady, Kayla Eshelman, coming in fourth place. Austin Edwards in fifth. Cale Kay Mcclenney, talented driver, low budget race team, mom, dad, and the sons in sixth. Then Lily Mead, Kyler Berry, Calvin Hedgie, Tanner Rife, and Olivia Mankey in 11th.
With the 5150 Junior Late Models here, let's take you through the starting lineup. On the front row, out of Las Vegas, the 7 of Tyler Rife and Austin Herzog making his return to the series in the 1 car.
Row number 2, Dylan Zampa in the 92, and Tanner Rife, the other brother, the Rife brother, in fourth.
Jesse Love and Austin Edwards will bring up row number 3. Jesse Love, the winningest driver in the series and the points leader.
Row number 4 will be Kate McClenney from Bakersfield and Kayla Eshelman from Southern California.
And Lily Mead and Calvin Hedgie will take up row 5.
The final row will be Olivia Mankey in the number 5 car and Haley Lyles.
A bit of an abbreviated race for you in this one. 50 laps straight through, no halfway break for these 10 to 16-year-olds in the 5150 Junior Late Models Series. Green flag is out, and Austin Herzog will race Tyler Rife into turn 1. Keep an eye on that 1 car of Herzog. This is a different car than he runs in the RPM Mortgage Pro Late Models Series, and Herzog trying to roll the outside, but it's Rife who's going to lead lap 1.
And a good battle right behind him is Zampa and the 43 of Tyler Rife. That is a great Tanner Rife. It is on the outside of the 92 of Zampa. Then you get Edwards running on the outside, Jesse Love. Jesse Love, the most winningest driver in this series history, running back in 5th and boxed in.
Herzog does not run full-time anymore. Meanwhile, Zampa in 3rd place right now. The winner on opening night in round number 1 of this series would love to get win number 2 here tonight, and he is inside and battling Tanner Rife in the 43 car right now. That's the best battle on the racetrack, as Jesse Love in the 38 has also stuck his nose in there, trying to make this a 3-car battle for the 3rd position.
Jesse Love doing a good job out there in that 38 car, just trying to manage things because he has those cars side by side in front of him.
Tanner Rife still in a big battle for 3rd with Dylan Zampa, whose older brother Logan is a graduate of this series, up now running in the Pro Late Models. Jesse Love kind of biding his time in the 38 car, but as we work lap number 7, you wonder how long he's just going to cruise there, because Tyler Rife is starting to open up a lead out in front, and at some point Jesse Love, knowing this is 50 laps with no break, is going to want to get going.
Yes, he is. What I think he's banking on is that Tanner Rife gets out there and gets loose, and maybe Jesse thinks he can get to the inside. But I tell you what, they are side by side still in front of him. That's a good battle between Zampa and Rife.
Tanner Rife there in 3rd. I thought Jesse Love was going to stick his nose on the outside and go 3 wide. Instead gets a run down the back straightaway. Still trying to find his way into this battle as the leaders approach lap traffic, and Zampa still cannot get clear of Tanner Rife as we work lap number 10 of 50.
Coming up to lap traffic now, so Tyler Rife is having to manage this. Olivia Mankey is the first car they safely pass, and then we go to Haley Lyles. So everybody kind of single file out, and looks like Tanner Rife got held up there, and Jesse Love has moved 1 spot, and sideways out of turn number 2 was that 1 of Herzog. We're on screen here as we come out of 4.
And off of turn 4, it's Tyler Rife bringing us to the green, and Austin Herzog, shot out of a cannon, clears Zampa into 2nd, and here comes Jesse Love in the 38 car inside of Zampa. Now Love trying to make his move up into the top.
Tanner Rife got in the back of that 38. Did you see that,
I
Jason?
did, and Rife trying to make it 3 wide off of turn 4. That will not work here at Madera, as Love able to get clear. He's got that onboard camera rocking on the 38 car in this one as we work lap 14 now, and Herzog starting to take a look on Tyler Rife for the lead.
The 2 most winningest drivers in this series run 2nd and 3rd in the race. Tyler Rife under pressure now. The younger Rife is doing a good job at holding the pressure, but it's about to escalate here, Jason Gowan, as we get out of turn 4, because Austin Herzog in that Crown Homes car is coming.
Zampa puts his foot on the throttle and drives away. And Tanner Reif into the back of his brother Tyler, almost spun him.
Yeah, had to go back down single file though because the car of Olivia Menke was there. So they are fighting it out. Zampa moves clear of these two cars now. The Reif boys fight it out. The younger Reif in third and Tanner Reif back in fourth. So these young brothers are going to be battling it out to the end.
And don't look now out back Andy Foster, but as the Reif brothers start to beat on each other, look at that blue car of Kayla Eshelman.
Yeah.
She is lurking with 5 laps to go, and Tanner and Tyler Reif are leaning on each other. No love lost here between the brothers. Tyler in the 7, Tanner in the 43 is inside of little brother. That's the battle for the final podium spot with 4 to go.
Yeah, I think Tanner's taken that from Tyler. Tyler won't like that, so he fills the final podium spot as Jesse Love drives out of turn 4.
Checkered flag flies, and the points leader extends his lead in dominating fashion. Jesse Love leads the final 22 laps of this one and wins here at Madera.
Junior late model history gets it done again and extends his point lead here in front of a packed house up on the roof. Take that custom trophy here. Jesse Love, a dominating performance for you after you got out in front. How much was this race a statement for you and your team?
Yeah, it wasn't much of a statement for us as much as it was for Rev and Ron, and it's going to get hard to get through this because, you know, he was a guy that meant a lot to us and all the other people here. And, you know, you can go throughout all the people in these pits and, you know, I guarantee every single one would have a story of how he touched their hearts and how he changed their lives for the good. And, you know, this race, you know, could have a trophy that was, you know, a pile of dirt, and it would be still, you know, something that everybody would want to win and a trophy on everybody's bucket list. So, yeah, since for Ron, can't thank all my sponsors, my whole crew for working their butts off this weekend. It meant a lot, you know, knowing that they worked so hard for me and also for Rev and Ron up there.
Finishing second behind Jesse was Dylan Zampa, followed by Tanner Reif, then Tyler Reif. That's a future superstar right there. Then Kayla Eshelman, Austin Edwards, Lily Mead, Kay Mcclenney, Calvin Hedgie, and Haley Lyles rounding out the top 10.
And we're getting ready for a phenomenal 15-car field of drivers ages 10 to 16 years old, ready to race tonight for 70 laps at Outback Andy Foster. Let's take a look at this starting lineup.
Yes, after the top 6 redraw tonight, Jesse Love in the 38. He will start on the front row. Alongside him, the 09 of Kayla Eshelman.
The Las Vegas brothers Tyler Reif and Tanner Reif make up row number 2.
Row number 3, the 05 of Kate McClenney and the 92 of Dylan Zampa.
The 4th row, Lily Mead and Kyler Berry.
The 5th row will be Olivia Menke and Zachary Gann.
Row 6, Calvin Hedgie and Jody Moen from Idaho.
Row number 7, Haley Lyles and Austin Edwards, who I believe is going to drop to the back.
Yep, and the other driver that's had some mechanical problems today, Joey East. And Kayla Eshelman, who normally has to come from behind in her qualifying, qualified well, and she has got a nose on Jesse Love.
Yes, she is, going down into nice right turn. She has a very, very nice ride tonight. That's the Ericsson prepared car.
Jesse Love has fallen all the way just about to the rear of the field before he was able to grab hold, but he's still trailing in the distance back there. He's not the only one doing that. There's trouble all over the racetrack, and look at how it has made some gaps there.
How about Austin Edwards, who we thought was the starting pack? He's inside the top 5.
That's right. Austin Edwards has moved up into the 5th position all the way from shotgun on the field. And check out this battle behind them for 6th, as there's Kay McClenney and the 88, the newcomer, Joey East, who had a driveline problem in practice and was able to get that car running, and he is up to 7th place right now in the 88 ride.
Oh, good battle here as the 18 is running into trouble down the back, has stopped. Jesse Love has gone to the infield as well, Stephen Blakesley.
And up front, there's some company for Kayla Eshelman.
Yes, there is. Company in the way of Tyler Reif, the younger of the Reif boys, and he's been doing a good job in that 7 car this year. And how about the guy who's second in points, the 92, and he's going to have a good night now tonight if he can continue on the way he's going right now, Steve Blaze. He's going to pick up a ton of points on Jesse Love because it's a big field of cars tonight.
Zampa on the outside, Reif on the inside. Where is Eshelman elect to go? She slingshots out of turn 2 and maintains the lead.
That's where you get the drive off of turn 2 like that at Madera Speedway. If you're on the high line, and that worked for Kayla, but side by side, Zampa and Reif, they're doing a great job, these young guys. And look at the 88 now, Joey East up to 4th place on the racetrack. Got a little loose that time. They just need to keep this driver focused to where he's at, but he's a big threat for a top 3 tonight.
And here on lap number 23, Cale Kay Mcclenney has moved up from 6th to 4th in the last couple laps. He got around Lily Mead, and now he gets around Joey East. And Kay Mcclenney is our driver on the move right now.
Yes, he is. Very impressive tonight, Kay Mcclenney. Didn't necessarily qualify very well, but I tell you what, Steve Blakesley, he has raced really, really well.
Her first laps of her 5150 junior late model career here on lap 26 only, Kayla, so not quite to the halfway break of this one, but taking the break now. What have you told this team that you need to win your first race tonight?
Definitely the car's pretty hooked up right now, so I don't think we need much other than just adjust the tire temps, and I think we'll be good for the rest of the race. Our car's pretty hooked up. We got to rock it this weekend, so I definitely got to thank my team for everything that they've done this weekend.
So too, Joey East got a bit of slingshot out of turn 2. Side by side now for second place. There's Rife and Zampa. Zampa just having trouble hanging on the outside. Rife kind of draws ahead, getting into the turn. Good turn 3 this time for young Zampa.
Our top 6 cars doing a great job. Calvin Hedgie is up to 7th. These two have battled for second since lap 11. So this battle's been going on for about 17 or 18 laps here, and now Tyler Rife has the spot. We're side by side for 4th.
When we go back for 4th, we have the 3-car battle for 4th on the racetrack right now, and that's an interesting battle. Kay Mcclenney has that. Tanner Rife comes to the inside, Joey East. So Mcclenney, Rife, and East, as Rife now gets by East for that position.
Well, remember, Tanner Rife was in the pits earlier in this race, has come all the way back through the field up to 5th, and he makes contact with Kay Mcclenney in turn 2. And we're side by side for the lead. Tyler Rife going to the inside of Kayla Eshelman here on lap 31. Here comes the 10-year-old.
Now around the outside. Zampa gets around the outside of that 0-9 going into 3, Stephen.
Yeah, and they kept Tyler Rife within arm's length. Kay Mcclenney to 4th. Side by side for second. Around the outside goes Dylan Zampa. Kayla Eshelman fights back. Great shots from our onboard cameras as they drag race down the back straightaway. An incident coming out of 5150 turn 4. Kayla kind of shoved up. Zampa tried to chop her down, and they came together just about there, if not, I think, a little bit of contact. They're still side by side. Eshelman showing some fight here on lap 35. Zampa had the spot. 2 laps later, Eshelman takes it right back. And it looks like Tanner Rife has taken it back, and they made a little contact down the front straightaway, and Tanner Rife has the spot, and Joey East trying to jump in there, but now he backs out a little bit.
Yeah, he saw how Tanner Rife got that done. Remember, this is his first race, and this team will be making sure that he drives that car to the end of the race. They want laps on him.
But now it's the moment for one of them to seize the victory here in the 5150 junior late models. 5 laps to go, and the top 3 are still pretty close together. Zampa hasn't really gone away. They're 3 wide in the back. Contact one more time around Madera Speedway. The Rife brothers sailing into turn 1. That was a close call. They're going to drag race down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Tyler got the high line, which was the advantage coming into 3. We've seen Tanner good down low. They are side by side, straightening up to the line. It is going to be Tyler Rife.
Tyler got it by 33 100ths of a second. Round number 6 of the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models goes to the younger Tyler Rife.
Tyler Rife beats his older brother by 33 1,000ths of a second.
Followed by Tanner Rife in second, Dylan Zampa third, Kayla Eshelman, nice run in 4th, Calvin Hedgie, great top 5.
We're getting ever closer to finding out who our 2018 champions going to be. Let's look at our starting lineup on the front row. Jesse Love and Kay Mcclenney.
Row number 2, Joey East and Tyler Rife.
Row 3, Tanner Rife and Dylan Zampa.
Row number 4, Austin Edwards and Kyla Berry.
Row number 5, Kayla Eshelman and Lily Mead.
Row number 6, Calvin Hedgie and Olivia Mackey.
Row number 7, Zachary Ginn and Jesse Burks.
And in row number 8, the car of Jody Mullen.
We take a look at this battle for 5th. Our winner from July, and he's used to some side-by-side racing. That's the 11-year-old Tyler Rife, but looks like Dylan Zampa is going to get the better of him and go up the inside. So far, the inside line looks a little bit better today, Outback.
Yes, it does, and these two kids are super good friends off the racetrack, too, as we get the 88 it is of Joey East now. Joey coming under pressure from Tanner Rife.
Great racing going on all over the racetrack. Great view here from Kayla Eshelman's camera is a first-year driver and a third-year driver going side by side there.
Yes, they are. Austin Edwards in the 18 entry and that Yaps entry, along with Kyla Brody, the first-year driver. Austin's one of our original drivers from the start of this series. And Kayla doing a good job. As looks like the 69 and the 09 get together, Stephen.
Jesse Love leading the way, and then a freight train of cars from second on backwards. And it'll be interesting to see how far the 43 of Reif and the 92 of Zampa can get. And Joey East is going to have to play some defense here, I think.
Yeah, Joey's certainly playing defense when you have Tanner Reif. Dylan charging hard now. That was a pretty good restart for Dylan Zampa as they touched going down to turn 3, Steve.
Well, and a great restart for the 09 of Kayla Eshelman, who is right there behind him, and she's probably hoping he can get going as well, but it looks like Tanner Reif is going to hang on for second place. The outside has just not really come in yet, so nice move there by Zampa to scramble to the bottom and fill that hole in front of Tyler Reif.
Yeah, and you got Cale Eshelman on the outside of Tyler Reif, too.
So restart 5th and is currently running in 5th, and you see her tuck up right up on the back bumper of Tyler Reif. You have arguably our youngest driver and our oldest and most experienced driver nose to tail, and that's the beauty of our junior late models as we jump on board, and Kayla trying to stick her nose underneath the 7 there. As our leaders working their way through lap traffic once again around the 84 car of Moen. And up front, looks like Tanner Reif has reeled in the champion, the 38 Jesse Love.
Yes, he has. He's reeled him in. So we have the most winningest driver in the history of this series leading this race right now. The home Smiles entry. It might be all Smiles to that team, but they're going to have that very, very fast Boulder Boat cars coming. Tanner Reif has been doing a great job today behind the wheel of that car.
And then we got this great battle for 5th.
Yeah, side by side. Kayla Eshelman on the outside. Joey East on the inside. We drive down into turn number 3. Here we go. East on the inside. Doing a good job, this young kid, for how many laps he's had in a late model.
In the lead once again here at Madera Speedway in round number 7 of the junior late models, and I can sense a level of importance and seriousness from you. This is a win you want to get real bad tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, not only just what we want to get, we really need to get with points. We're after the last race and then 2 races before that. We're struggling on points right now with 2 DNF, so right now we're just having to ride it out and just letting the car do its thing and hopefully laps quick down faster.
Yep, we're on the 38th lap of this race. We went to the break a little early after that incident between East and Eshelman. And as a side note, Eshelman's night is over. So that's a tough break for her as we get this thing back underway. And what a good restart by all of our top 5 cars, including the surprise Lily Mead, as they all kind of gap the rest of the field as we're side by side for second down there into turn number 1. It's Tanner Reif and the points leader Dylan Zampa on his outside as they drag race into I pull, you pull turn 3. And you just have to wonder, how hard will Zampa drive and when they let the gloves off, when they let the reins off of the young Zampa tonight. Tyler Reif, the younger of our Reif brothers, our most recent winner, the 11-year-old. And I don't know, if Zampa falls back to 4th, he's going to have to do some real work to get back up there. 4th would be a pretty deep order, and I think you've seen that now, that great shot down the back straightaway. Zampa's fighting here. He knows he doesn't want to get to 4th because on those Texas-style restarts, 4th puts you all the way back to the 3rd row.
Yes,
so 4th is a death sentence, and he's trying all he can do to fight Tyler Reif. This is a pretty hard-nosed battle here on lap 44 at the stripe. Meanwhile, Tyler Reif's brother Tanner has reeled in the leader, Jesse Love. East won't factor in this one without a caution.
Yellow, that's right.
Traffic is going to get difficult. They're lapping Mankey, but look who's ahead of them, our 3-year drivers, Lily Mead and Austin Edwards. And those guys are professionals, and it hasn't been a very good night for Austin Edwards, so they're going to let these guys go. Mead drops to the inside to go to put a lap on Jody Moen, but luckily that was far enough ahead of Tanner Reif, I should say. And I think Mead's going to let these two go. I'd be very surprised if she doesn't, using that veteran experience. I think
for Tanner Reif, can he drive that Boulder Boats car to victory lane? We'll see. Jesse Love is behind him by about 4 car lengths. They drive down into 3 and 4. They'll straighten up. The checker flag for Frank McBee will be displayed, and it will go to the older Reif brother, Stephen Blakesley.
Yeah, his debut victory in the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models for the 43 car of Tanner Reif gets himself his first career win ahead of the 38 of Jesse Love and the 92 of Dylan Zampa. And he gives us a bath down here in Victory Lane, and he's a happy camper. I know you fought for this one for a long time, for almost 2 years. How great does it feel to be here in Victory Lane?
Oh, I have been waiting for so long, through 2.5 years. The crew's been working hard, everyone's working hard. I'm speechless. Greatest day ever.
Tanner Reif picks up his first victory in the 5150 Junior Late Model Series, followed by Jesse Love, Dylan Zampa. By the way, that top three is the top three in this massive point battle. Tightest one in the history of the series. Tyler Reif in fourth. Joey East, what a new talent that young man is. Watch for a championship run next year. Lily Mead in sixth. Calvin Hedgie seventh. Zachary Ginn, Austin Edwards, and Olivia Mankey round out the top 10.
We have 14 junior late models set to battle for 70 laps, and let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Yes, the starting lineup today, starting on row number 1, it's the 88 of Joey East and teammates, the 38, Jesse Love.
The second row, the 7 of Tyler Reif, the 92 of Dylan Zampa.
Go to row 3, that's the 18 of Austin Edwards and the 43 of Tanner Reif.
Fourth row, the 05 Kay Mcclenney, the 12 of Jay Julison.
Row number 5, 2 young ladies on that row, the 16 Lily Mead and the 5 of Olivia Mankey.
Sixth row, the 15 of Haley Lyles and the 30 of Zach Ginn.
Row number 7, the 48 of Calvin Hedgie and the 1 of Jesse Burke.
We're side by side for second. The aforementioned young Zampa around the outside will take second from Joey East here to complete lap number 1. And your top 2 in the points are up front. You can flip-flop them in order from points, however, with second in points Love and first in points Zampa. Look at that gap that is broken out between the top 4 to the rest of the field, and they are 2 by 2 from fourth on back. That's Austin Edwards, who won our second ever race of this series and has run all 3 seasons of this series, but has yet to get back to victory lane, the 14-year-old.
Yes, and there's been some great racing so far from the guys up front. Good restart from row number 2, and Zampa chose that inside. So if you're second place, you get to choose where you want to start on row 2, and it's to drag race down into turn number 3.
3 in the points are the top 3 on the racetrack in no particular order, and Kay Mcclenney is up to 5th. Wow, East had a big moment there. You can tell these drivers are really fighting how slick this track is. To see guys like Reif and East get sideways, who have been pretty perfect, if you will, in their couple starts this year, and everybody's kind of sliding around here as we've got 7 laps down.
Yeah, we've got 7 laps down. The 92 car is in second. That is Dylan Zampa. But how about the 05? Young Kay Mcclenney started out in position number 7, Stephen. He is up inside the top 5.
These top 3 have just been the class of the whole season, really, and they're continuing to flex that as we work our way through this event. And you know what? Kay Mcclenney digging in there, trying to put the pressure on Tanner Reif, our 3rd place car in the points. This is a nice battle.
Yeah, it was a tough last round for the 05 of Kay Mcclenney, and he's bouncing back today. So too Edwards. Edwards struggled that time out of turn number 2, dropped off the pace of that 05 car. Edwards was right on the tail, but Edwards has to be careful, because I tell you what, that brand new driver, Jay Julison, is coming after Austin Edwards for that 5th spot.
Jesse Love's going to lead him into the break ahead of the 92 car of Dylan Zampa, 43 of Tanner Reif, 05 Kay Mcclenney, and Austin Edwards fights off Jay Julison for that 5th spot. So some crucial positioning here with 30 laps remaining in our 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models. The penultimate race here, round number 8 from Madera Speedway, the fastest 1/3 mile in the West.
Jesse Love leading the first 40 laps here in round number 8 of the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models. Jesse, I was just saying to you, you don't look as happy as I thought you'd be for dominating the first 40 laps of this race. How's the race car?
Yeah, I mean, the race car's fine. We're just, having a little frustrated on, coming off on an exit and then getting the car to pivot in the middle. But, it's a tough yaw out here. The competition's pretty stiff, so we just got to make sure everybody keeps their nose clean. Hopefully we can close out this next 30 laps, I think.
Zampa's cleared Reif, and here comes Mcclenney now, putting pressure on Tanner Reif. So Mcclenney has stepped it up. The driver is on the move in that 05 car out the 92 of young Zampa. So Dylan Zampa is under pressure now from Tanner Rife.
Well, and
Tanner Rife nudges the back of the 92, getting into turn 3.
Well, Tanner Rife thought he might have an issue. He thought he might have knocked the toe out. Well, that contact probably won't help that issue. And if you don't think there's any desperation from these two drivers, you just have to see how hard they're racing here with still this time 22 to go. It's awfully early for some bump and run contact stuff. Clearly, you can tell this is an important race for these two. Oh, wow, more contact there. Sideways for Zampa. Rife's going to get him up the inside. We'll see if Zampa responds to that out back. Under a blanket, mano, if you will. Frank Nabi shows him 10 to go. And there is definite contact. A bump and run from Tanner Rife. Will he get away with it twice in this race as they drag race down the back straightaway?
Yeah, the gloves are off now. Stephen Blakesley, it looks like Jesse Love might lose 2 spots here. Rife to the lead. We got the 51-50.
And Love gets it back.
Yeah. And Tanner Rife goes high. And here we go, down the back, 3 cars. It's Zampa leading.
And Zampa to the lead, and it was up to those drivers to race him clean because they can't do it again, and they did that. And Frank B is telling Tanner Rife to use his head. With 7 to go, you have to love the composure of Dylan Zampa. He is so cool under pressure. We've seen it time and time again, and now he's doing it when it counts here in round number 8.
You know who's cool under pressure too? Kay Mcclenney is sitting in 4th, saying to these guys, go ahead, get a 3-car wreck. I'm sitting back off you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys mess up here.
It's as if Tanner Rife may have made the move a little early because Love has plenty of time here to try to get towards the 92 of Zampa. Zampa's car still spraying sparks off that little bit of damage off the right front, I believe, and Love has plenty of time to answer back, which is not good news for the 92 of Zampa. And Love made a little bit of contact with Tanner Rife there. Right now on the racetrack, they're running just about the way they qualified. Love was 3rd in qualifying. He tried to do something different there. Sailed it
up against the Zampa car.
Wild.
Turn 3, 4. This is wild, Steven.
A lot of contact for Tanner. More contact for Tanner. Spins across the finish line, and we don't know who won the race. We do not know who won the race.
What a finish here to round number 8 of the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models. Dylan Zampa in a side-by-side spinning finish gets the win.
Tanner Rife in 2nd, Jesse Love in 3rd, Cale Mcclenney 4th, Jay Juliuson rounds out the top 5. And again, back to that championship battle, nearly a 3-way tie. We're going to go down to the wire with this one.
Well, we want to welcome you along to Madera Speedway for the championship race for the 5150 Energy Drink Junior Late Models. I'm Stephen Blakesley, joined by Outback Andy Foster. Let's take a look at our starting lineup.
Yes, trying to defend his championship on the pole tonight. Jesse Love alongside him. Tyler Rife.
2nd row, Anthony Guamano and Tanner Rife.
Row 3, Dylan Zampa and Joey East.
Row 4, Kyler Berry and Jay Julison.
You go to row number 5, Austin Edwards and Jesse Burks.
Row 6, Cale Mcclenney and Lily Mead.
Row number 7, Haley Lyles and Olivia Mackey.
And the 8th row all by herself, Jody Moen. Here at Madera Speedway, Jesse Love in that 38 car, leading the points by 1 marker over the 92 of Dylan Zampa. It's going to be a very entertaining race tonight for 70 laps, and lap number 1 is led by Jesse Love.
Yes, it is Jesse Love, who bussed a whole busload of fans in for this event for tonight, doing a great job. But Tyler Rife hanging tough in 2nd. Look at this. Now Tanner Rife getting to the outside of Anthony Guamano. Good to see Anthony Guamano.
We'll see if Tyler Rife can get that slingshot out of turn 2.
Yeah, see if he does get that slingshot. Doesn't look like it's a super advantage as Jesse comes thundering back in turns 3 and 4. They straighten up the line. It's Jesse Love by a car length. Now the Rife brothers are getting to race, and got the older brother Tanner on the inside, Tyler on the outside. Remember, Tyler is 4th in points in our championship.
Well, the 92 car, Zampa's starting to get his nose in there. Dylan Zampa got around Anthony Guamano on that restart, and now it looks like he's going to get Tyler Rife for 3rd as well. And so now it's starting to work out. Our top 3 on the track are our top 3 in the points.
Like I say, you haven't seen much of Guamano this year. This is a different car too for Anthony Guamano, not the normal body. He normally has that new generation Camaro body car. This is a loan car from the Herzog team today, so it's a totally different car, and he's doing a really stout job.
Drag race down the back straight away. They go side by side in 3 and 4, and Joey East has a front row seat for those guys.
We thunder down into turn number 1. Jesse Love running that low line. Tanner Rife now to the outside. Love pushing him way up the racetrack, going down to 3. They are side by side. Look behind them. Dylan Zampa side by side with Gomano. Gets rid of Gomano. So now Zampa into a clear third spot, Steve.
Dylan Zampa really cutting the inside pretty well so far. He's gotten around Gomano on a couple of restarts, and that front four really kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field. Lots of side-by-side racing behind them, and a great battle for the lead as it looks like Tanner Rife took the lead there on lap number 11 just by a nose, but Jesse Love's going to fight back on the bottom. See how aggressive they will get for points and for money.
Yes, it is. Tanner Rife leads them down into turn number 3. Look, Jesse Love there.
He goes for it.
Tries to come back under. Trying to protect that position from Dylan Zampa. So it will be Tanner Rife, Jesse Love, Dylan Zampa, Anthony Gomano at the break. We got a spin down in turn 4, which I believe is Olivia Menke.
Tanner Rife, the leader here at the lap 40 break. Tanner, you came into this race third in points. You're doing everything right so far. What do you have to do to win the championship, though?
We got to hope for the best and hope that we get a good finish, and then and that they kind of don't. But besides that, everything's going our way. The high side's doing good this race, and that's all we can hope for.
This is going to be exciting. This could be the greatest moment in the history of Madera racing on MAVTV as they're going to battle it out mano a mano a mano. We get the pink flag for breast cancer awareness, and we are back on our way. 30 laps later, someone is going to stand tall as the champion, and someone's going to be Iron Mike tonight as they're battling it out at turn number 4. And this battle for the lead has been something special, and Jesse Love hangs on.
Rife persisting with that outside line. And Jesse Love running the low line. Zampa is right there just in case these guys mess up front.
Man, Love has been a little bit sideways out of 4 multiple times tonight out back, and it's a wonder that both these cars still have tires underneath them.
They're starting to bang door handles right now down the back section. Stephen Blakesley and Zampa, as Love may just lead this to the line by about a fender, Stephen Blakesley.
Well, you really got to tip your hat to Zampa and Gomano, who really haven't involved themselves in this battle a whole lot there, as Zampa was able to quickly pounce on Love, and then he backed it right out of there coming out of turn 2. So
you can't get better late model racing than this if you're looking for leaders changing positions, as we credit Love with that lead now.
The youngest stock car drivers in the world right here, the Junior Late Model Series that began right here at Madera Speedway for drivers ages 10 to 16 years old, and they are putting on a war, your top 3 in the points, and there's been a little bit of contact lately.
Yes, there has, because Love didn't get out of turn 2 very well. Tanner Rife got out of turn 2 real well like that, and then Love has to come charging back. So championship very tight, very tense between these drivers inside these race cars, trying to hang on to these big beasts and muscle them to the line. See who is champion. The 3 title contenders up front and putting on a show for the fans.
How hard will Tanner Rife battle with Dylan Zampa? Like you said, deja vu from 2 weeks ago. They slide across the straightaway. This is going to be a war here with 1 more mile of racing here at Madera Speedway. Leader and our defending champion. Can Jesse Love fight off Anthony Gomano and win the race and win the championship? There was contact in turn 1.
Yes, Gomano laying a bumper to the 38. Let's see how this works out. Coming out of turn number 4, coming to the line. Jesse Love, 2-time champion of Madera Speedway, takes the win. And look at those cars going over the line.
And wins the race and his 2nd consecutive championship.
Followed by Jesse tonight in the race was Anthony Gomano, then Cale Kay Mcclenney, Jesse Burks, Jay Juliuson, Lily Mead, Tanner Rife, Austin Edwards, Dylan Zampa, and Olivia Menke round out the top 10. 11th place is Jody Moen, then Haley Lyles, Kyler Berry, Tyler Rife, and Joey East for the top 15 in the